Welcome back, everyone, for another match here at Rack's Billiards Room's first annual Trios Cup. We're in Edmonton, Alberta at Rack's Billiards Room, newly opened just a couple months ago. Beautiful, beautiful pool room. And we got a great match up here in the winner's side, semi-final, the final four on the winner's side. The good, the bad, the ugly. I left out the because we couldn't fit in the scoreboard. Who just broke the first rack, Jindy Baines, taking on team made from scratch. It's 3-player teams, 1650 max combined Fargo cap. And it's a race to 9, but it's an interesting format here. It's 3 games of singles, followed by 3 games of Scotch trios, followed by 3 games of singles, 3 games of Scotch. But Scotch trios we have not seen before until this tournament, not that I can recall. And I am live on Facebook and YouTube, so do me a favor, guys. Click that share button on the Facebook. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow, all that fun stuff. We're locked in for this match. Race to 9. It's quite long, these races to 9. I'm going to say 3 hours minimum this match. Both teams very evenly matched when it comes to the Fargo. Made from scratch. Total combined Fargo. I'm looking at it here, 1637. The good, the bad, the ugly. Their team Fargo combined is 1632. There's only 5 points between them. As we watch Jindy trying to run out this rack, I can take a second to thank him and his wife for graciously letting me stay at their house. Beautiful home. While I'm here in Edmonton. Second time staying there. Very, very beautiful place. And they're the kindest of people and such great hosts. Very fortunate to have good friends like them. And I can't thank them enough. Hotels or B&Bs and stuff are not cheap. Excuse me. And not as comfortable as just staying in somebody's nice home. And as we watch Jindy trying to run out here, he's solid. He's looking pretty good. He's saved the 2 balls over the hole for last. I love it. And how big would this be to run the first rack? Needs to watch the 8 coming by. So I might have to clip this one kind of thin, but I think it's just okay. And even if he was, worst case scenario, to kind of clip the 8, he would still be on the 2. It would just maybe make getting to the 8 tougher. So he wants to kind of squeeze by it here. Oh, but he forgot to make the 7. It was right over the pocket. He's never supposed to miss that. That's a big letdown after he had a good chance to run this first rack out. Lots of balls up there for his opponent. Bruce Sanderson try to come in and run these out. Nothing in his way, though. So you would favor him to get out from here. Bruce is a 533 Fargo. And this is where 8-ball can be such a simple game if you can just figure out what ball to shoot in what order. because they're all in the open with nothing in the way. So you just try to find which one leads you to the 8 the easiest. And I think it's the one he was by on that shot. It might be the 15 that's in the middle of the table there. And that is the one near the rack spot. That'll be the one he tries to save for the 8, I think. Well, he might be shooting it now because I don't think he wants to shoot the 12. And if you're just joining us, do me a favor, click that share button. We're locked in for a good match here. As Bruce comes across for a thin shot on the 12. Might have to watch the 7 ball here. Coming around off 3 rails. Possibly even 2 rails, kind of just straight into it. It's a big ball. He needs to get by it to play the 8 in the side. Well, he needs to make the ball first. And they both kind of done a similar thing. All the work. And then a miss right at the end of the rack. Might have put Jindy a little close to the 7 ball for it to be comfortable. Without double hitting it, we might see him shoot the 2 first here. I think it's playable. The camera can be a bit deceiving on these shots. He might be able to just cut that 2 in pretty comfortably. I think he needs to shoot it because I'm not so sure he can shoot the 7 and not double hit it or lose the cue ball a bit if he shoots away from it too much. Yeah, it's got to be the 2 ball. He's got a nice alley between the 8, 12. Just got to watch that upper right corner a little bit with the cue ball here. And it looks okay. And I don't hate a stop shot here, just a small draw for the 8 in the corner. I can't tell what kind of angle he has, though. Yeah, just like that. Keep it nice and simple. 8 in the corner to put the first game on the board for Jindy. And the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I had a team in my league that had this team name, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I asked the team captain, so which one are you? And he said, actually, it's the name of my pool game. It's good, it's bad, it's ugly. I thought that was funny. A couple great sponsors here at this event this year, and I'm sure many more to come in the years moving forward. So if you're interested in getting involved, send me a message, send Q Sports Live a message, or get in touch with Rack's Billiards Room. Lots of really great sponsors at this event. Big shout out to this one, Elaine Reaper and Mara Cormier. Always supporting pool in Alberta. I'm big fans of theirs too. for everything they do to support the game that I love. Here's another guy I'm a big fan of. Our only pool world champion. We have a snooker world champion, but nobody's ever won anything else other than this guy. Won the World 9-ball in 2004. It was around that time I became a huge fan of his. I was only 15 years old, just starting to get into pool, and easy to be a fan of his. He just loves the game so much. He's so much fun to be around. And now he's selling all kinds of great pool equipment. Check out peglioncues.com. The chalk is really just such a great product. And I can't stress enough how I think everyone should use it. It drives me nuts when I go to play someone they're using Master nowadays because it's so messy. It marks so much on the ball. And the Pegalion doesn't mark it even one bit. I'm not sure if I've ever left a mark on the ball other than a miscue from the Pegalion. It's great. So then we're not getting those skids and weird stuff happening as we watch this table. Violet with the dry breaks. Gonna bring Trisha up with an open table, shooting the 6 first. Oh, these corners are brutally tight because she hit that one good. And it's in on most tables, but they are very, very tight. These Predator arc tables. Rax has 12 of these 9-foots. Beautiful tables. They have 10 7-foot. And they have 2 really sweet snooker tables. And I'm thinking about maybe I hit some balls over there today or tomorrow. Test that snooker table out. Don't get me wrong, I am no snooker player, but I love the game. So Violet gonna shoot stripes here, and I'm not sure I love it with where the 14 is and the 6 covering that pocket. And she just bumped the 4 in the way of the 15-9, so it's extra trouble now. And excuse me, guys, I just have to mute from time to time, just running the solo ship this weekend. So, time to time, I gotta cough or something in the background. I might just mute it for a second. Okay, she's missed it, but she's put Trisha on the back rail. Husband and wife combo here on this team, good, bad, and ugly. Jindy and Trisha, such kind hosts, letting me stay at their house. I know I've mentioned it a few times, but I'm very thankful. And I want to make sure that they know that. So she's kind of landed in the middle of nowhere here. I don't think she can see the 5. The 1 ball doesn't pass. Maybe the 7. How about a little 3-ball combo? 3, 15, 4. It's almost lined up. A good try. It's good effort. And she was on the 3. If it went in, was a bonus. And she's developed the problem, so she kind of puts the pressure on Violet here to run out. There's not many places to hide anymore, and just hope that your opponent doesn't get out. So not the worst shot to take on. We see these teams pretty evenly matched. Violet at a 485, Trisha at a 401, so there is a little bit in this matchup. But I think we're going to see it balance out a bit in the next matchup, but we'll wait to talk about that one after. And I might mute the mic here and there just to make sure it doesn't pick up too much of the music if I'm going to be quiet for a second. But I think the music level's okay, and you guys can let me know if it's not. Actually, if somebody would let me know if they're live in the comments, would just be great. But I know you're all watching other pool and maybe don't all have your sound on. That's okay. Or, you know, just like watching in silence. That's fine. But I can tell you this is an A-side semifinal matchup, and they will play the A-side final tomorrow. So the winner here is done for the night. I actually think the loser here is done for the night as well, because they're not going to get that far through the B-side. I think they're bringing back 6 teams tomorrow, which is going to make for a long day. And if it's a true double elimination, a very long day. Well, Trisha's missed that ball, but maybe left Violet pretty close to this 15. I'll tell you, Trisha wore the right shirt today. She's got the pro level Predator shirt on. I love it. She knew she was going to be on the stream. And she knew I would like that. There's a comment in there. Somebody's alive. Kathy, thank you. And you're welcome for the stream. And thanks everybody for tuning in with me this weekend. Lots of great pool to come. As I mentioned, lots of matches to come tomorrow. They're going to have to play quite a few, and the matches are long. So it looks like they need to play through 2 more on the B-side tonight. We might get a B-side match tonight. We might not get time for one. That'll depend on how long this match takes and how long those matches take. We might get one because there is a bracket behind. But it might be too late to start it, so we'll see. We won't count it yet. And you can see the bracket on Digital Pool. Spencer wants to know who's on what team. So on Good, Bad, and Ugly is Usama, who we haven't seen yet, playing with Trisha and Jindy. And on the other team is Violet, Bruce, and Lenny Denago. Pretty balanced teams as far as they match up really well. There's only 5 points between them in the Fargo difference. So I was just taking a peek at the bracket to see how it looks for tomorrow, and if they get to 6 teams left, it'll be okay because the average match time on the B side is just a little over 2 hours. So they're going to be okay starting at 11 a.m. But I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be crazy tomorrow, and it'll be just fine. So they're going to play the A side final tomorrow, but They're going to have some B-side matches start at 11 a.m. And I just want to double check here, but I think, yeah, we're scheduled for noon for the A-side final right here. And I'm praying I make it in time. Might have to drive fast. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. And it's not dependent on how fast I drive anyway, so it's okay. Justin Brogan says, Jindy Woo. Lonnie Potts and Angela Sanderson with Spencer Ojbol would have been a fun team. Yeah, and your Fargo right there, 1635 would have been right on the nose with these guys. They're at 1632 and 1637. And I'm looking at another team with Darla Paul on it, Ken Shirt, Eden Young, who's at 1635. So you guys would have been right in the mix, Spencer. Okay, let's see what Violet can do to get from the 9 to the 12 to the 8. Just needs a smooth draw shot to get to the other side of the table. It's almost a punchy draw if she doesn't have a lot of angle. Yeah, like that. She hit it pretty good. She wanted to be straight in. It's not easy to hold this ball if she's going to try to roll it. Make sure Jindy hears that. Thankfully, Justin, I'm far enough away from the table, but I'm sure he'll read your comment. In fact, I'm certain he will. We'll see what happens when she shoots this. She's got to watch that she doesn't overroll it or just miss the 12. First things first. And I have some payouts in front of me here, as well as a sponsor that they were thinking I maybe forgot to mention, but I got pictures of the pro shop. So I think that's the one they're thinking of. And I'll mention the name anyway, Rax Sales and Distribution. So you can get in contact with Rax and they'll sell cues that way, of course, and pool equipment that way. And they can also help you get in touch with table suppliers and stuff like that. He's a Predator dealer. They're a Predator dealer, so. And here's the payout. First place, 4,160. Second place, 3,120. Third place, $2,000 and 80. Fourth is 1,040. Fifth, sixth, 520 each. And they're not paying as deep as I would have thought they might be, but they were hoping for 48 teams and they got 37. While we look at Violet kicking the 8, that was a tough shot. Kind of as predicted on the ball before, she had to make sure she potted the 12, and in doing so, she lost the cue ball a little bit. She made a good hit there. Better than giving up ball in hand, but Trisha's going to make some balls here. Nothing too much in the way. Oh, but she kisses the backside of the 1. I think shooting the 1 first would have been maybe a better idea. She could shoot the 1 now. It's not too bad. Straight in. And there's some two-way shots where maybe the 7 can cover the 8. Let's see what she does. Oh, Spencer, those weird pop-ups. I don't know why this happens, but I would absolutely love to know. It seems to only happen on Facebook. I hope it doesn't keep happening. Often, Spencer, when I just reset my stream, like close it and restart it. I just did it on mine too because I had the same pop up. I don't know what's going on with Facebook with that. But yeah, if you just like kind of back out and go back in, then it seems to fix itself. And thanks, Andrew. Yeah, it's weird. Andrew, you ever like open the video and there's like a weird, like other video going in the corner of the screen or some weird ad or something? I have it happen all the time with my Facebook. But right as Spencer was saying it did it on mine too, with the one I'm watching here to follow the chat with you guys. Okay, the 8-ball's in a tough spot here, so Trisha might consider shooting the 1. It's a free shot. What I like to call a free shot means if she misses it, she won't sell out the 8. But if she was to miss that, she could leave a shot on the 8. I think she knew that. And so rather than try to get position pinpoint on the next ball, this is when she's going to take the two-way shot. This is smart. She can kind of shoot the 1 or the 3 with that free shot I was talking about. Well, she's called just a safety. This is probably double smart because then you can control where the cue ball is going to end up more than on the two-way shot. Weird, Andrew. That's the first time I've seen it happen while streaming. But I don't know. I thought until Spencer said it that my Facebook just had a glitch or something. My phone is older. I don't know. But I'm glad it's not still there. Pop-up went away is good. So the little two-way shot, kind of safety, looks to have worked pretty good. Violet doesn't really have anything makeable here. You can't cut it in. You can't bank it in the side. You can't bank it in the corner. I mean, two rail it in the bottom left. Or maybe she just puts the cue ball on the top rail while banking the 8 softly away from the rail. Yeah, those other videos, Andrew. Ooh, the horn kick shot. Hey, that would have been a nice attempt, Spencer. I kind of like what she did there. She like put the 8 in the way of the 3 and left her only on the 1 with a tough shot, but what a shot. That was a good one from Trisha. She'd love to have an easier shot on this 3 and shoot it first. But shooting the 7 is okay as long as she can get some kind of look on the 3 after she bumps the 8. She bumps the 8 twice and gets a shot on the 3. Might have to come underneath the 8 here. It's hard to stay above it from this angle. She's overcut it a little, but she might be happy that she's not the one shooting the 8 from here. This is extremely tough. Crowd starting to fill in here on a long weekend Sunday night. Busy place. Lots of tables. Oh, this was smart, trying to play the safety rather than try to cut that ball or bank that ball. She's let the 8 dribble out of the way a little bit. She's going to try to bank this ball. I like the shot. Just have to watch the cue ball going in the top left a bit. But this is smart. If it goes in, she has a shot on the 8. If it doesn't, she can plug that pocket, which it looks like it's going to be the ladder. What a smart shot. That was really good. I think it's covered enough. If it hasn't, it's a little unlucky because, I mean, she can't hit it much better. Oh, good one, Andrew. Good one. I like that. A little bit punny there. He's a punny guy, Andrew Nicklin. This can slip in off the side rail, but not if you hit it that thick. Although, look at this. They're crafty with these two-way shots, leaving their opponent close to the ball or something into half a pocket like we saw there. That was good from both of them. So what do you do now if you're Trisha? You're in kind of a really tough spot. I don't see anything high percentage from here. She's just waving it off. She's going to try to put the cue ball on the back rail, I think. Kind of on the middle of our scoreboard there. I think. If she lines it up, you know, in the middle of the table with the 8, then maybe that leaves a tough shot. Yeah, how about the timing shot? How about she pushes the 3 over a little and the cue ball off the long rail back into the 3. That is what she tried to do. I love the effort. It might have been the greatest shot we ever saw. And it's not every day you get to try that shot. And I like the timing to do it when it's, you know, 1-0 for your team in a race to 9. And you can kind of get a feel for what's happening out there with a shot like that too. Like get a feel off the rail a bit. Get a feel for the speed. Yeah, good call, Andrew. That was the one. Oh, this is good. Right in the middle of the pocket. Nice shot from Violet. Ties this match up at 1. And this is the matchup we're looking forward to seeing. It's Usama Ghassan versus Lenny Donago. These are the sharpshooters. Usama at a 686. And Lenny at a 619, but I can tell you he plays a little better than that. He's just not getting younger. And as they say, age is undefeated. All right. I think he'd like to shoot stripes, but he can't because of the 1. That's why we saw the wave of the cue there a bit. But look at this. He's come all the way down for the 6 in the side. He's jacked up over the 14, but he's in a good line here. These two players run out a lot. And after this game, we're going to see the Scotch Trios coming up. 3 games of Scotch Trios, which is a little bit different, but super interesting and really adds another element or two to the strategy. I've been loving it. And I see your comment there in the YouTube chat, and you're very welcome for the live broadcast of this Trios tournament at Rax Billiard Room in Edmonton. I'm happy to be here. It's my pleasure. I always love coming to Edmonton. Lots of friends here. Everybody always treats me super well. And it's been nice to come to Rax. This new pool room is super. So if you ever make it out this way, definitely come check this out. And it's worth a road trip or two because they're going to have some great tournaments. This is one of many. They have a good one at the end of the month, a high stakes one for an under 580, I believe. I'll be streaming that one. And they're talking about having a big open one where they want to get the Calgary heavy hitters out. So keep your eye out for that. Well, he moved these balls a lot. Let's see where they were. I can kind of see on the delay a bit. I think he only moved the 2, so it's okay. Osama says just leave it there. I don't think it changes much at all. Either way, he was shooting this long shot. Yeah. And Osama didn't think about it very long, so I'm sure it wasn't a big factor. Tough shot here from distance for Lenny. He's going to try to roll it. I hated trying to roll it. But maybe he sees something I didn't with a bit of a two-way. He's left Usama a tough one here from distance on the 15 or the 12. I kind of like the 15 because it has some two-way availability with the 12 blocking the 2, but if he's straight in and thinks he's never going to miss, then you shoot the 12. But sometimes when we think we're never going to miss is when we miss. Did this come and block the 2? I think it did. I think the 12 came and blocked the 2. Well, he's called it in there. You try to spin it with some right spin. I don't think it goes. So he's going to play a little safe off the 4. Trying to freeze up on the 8-2 in between. It's not too bad. I think he's kept him away from shooting the 15. Can he play the 14? Or is that the 10 on the left long rail? Looks like the 10. Not sure he can, so maybe a safety. And don't mind me if I talk way too much and try to drown out the music a little bit. Not sure it'll pick it up, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't. Another good little safety from Lenny. Leaves Usama a mile away from this 15 if he wants to take it on. And I just have one more logo that I got to add to the screen here. So just bear with me for 2 seconds here. In between racks, I'll add that on. But I will wait in between games, I think, could be a little better. So we can stay focused here on these 2 heavy hitters. Let's see if Lenny can spin this in. He does. But what now? Yeah, I don't see anything high percentage from there. What's he found? Yeah, I don't see anything going in anywhere here. The 2 off the 13 in the top left, maybe? He's got to hit it quite hard. He's got our half a chance. It wasn't far off. Super low percentage that shot, but it's not like he had anything else. And look what he's done with the cue ball wisely. The only problem is the 2 ball came all the way back down here, and now he's given Usama a million safeties to play, and there's a good one. I think there's a little lane between the 11-13. He's going to try to kick 2 rails into the back of the 2, send it towards the right side pocket. This would be some kind of shot. Yeah, that was asking a lot. Good safety from Usama's probably going to win him this game. Let's see what kind of pattern he likes here. Very experienced player in all the games, but I know he plays plenty of bar box 8-ball and league pool. So he's going to section the table, work up there, then make his way down table. Shoot this ball, then the 15 in the side next, I think. I kind of like leaving the 15 up there. Might sound a little weird, but if something goes wrong with these 4 balls down here, then at least you got a bailout option. His bailout option, I think, is where the 2 is positioned. He's going to have some 2-way shots, but I don't think he needs them. I think he gets out here at least 90%. Might be a lot more than that. I don't get to watch all these players play a whole ton, so I'm not sure on percentages exactly, but with his Fargo being 686, he should be out here at least 90%. As we watch him spike them in, he's found a good pattern too, where this 13 in the side leads him to the 12. To the 10 last was kind of his insurance ball in case it all went wrong. And I like to call that one the insurance ball because if something had gone wrong, he has that bottom left corner pocket plugged and he has a million places to run and hide up table with the cue ball. Ooh, that one wiped its feet on the way in, and this is going to make him lose the cue ball a little. Still a big favorite to make this, though. And as predicted, we're seeing some real grinding games like we've seen in the other matches. 3 games in 45 minutes. And I have that other poster up here that we've been missing. I just met this gentleman, came up and introduced himself, said he met me or saw me play a couple of years ago, and said he watches 24/7 pool all the time and hears my voice on there, and came to introduce himself. Very nice guy, and he has this law company that he does some work for the hall here, and he also sponsored the trophies, which I'll try to get a picture of tomorrow once they get them on the table, displayed and whatnot. And I'll show you guys those trophies too. But thanks to Wells and Associates for those trophies. I know the players love that. As a player myself, I love the trophies. Anybody who says they don't, they got too many of them. They're just too good. So we're into the Scotch trios portion of the match. This is interesting. They're going to shoot all three of them in rotation. So if Bruce made a ball on the break here, which I don't think he did, then his teammate was going to shoot. We're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly shoot here, and it's going to be Usama shoot the first shot, which there is some strategy involved in this, especially with a team that's a little off balance. Like, they have Usama at a 686, means they need two lower Fargos. So he's going to take the wheel, shoot the opening shot, and try to get them in a good line right away. And this is a wide open layout. I would not be surprised one bit to see them run this out. And they kind of already have an order. We've talked about this with them before, where it's Usama, Jindy, and then Trisha to shoot next. And they do well to shoot this ball, then the one over the pocket, I think. That would lead to the 6, but if she likes the 6, she can shoot that now. If she likes the 3, she can shoot the 3 now. This might be the point in the rack to take that little team timeout. They get one timeout per team per rack. I think this might not be a bad time to take it, to make sure she, you know, had a good idea. She missed that ball only by a little bit. Good time to miss while they still have control of the table. The 4, the insurance ball. And now they have the 6 trapping that stripe on the right side rail. Looks to be the 9. I think Violet would do well to shoot at that right now. She has the 13 or the 12, but I like shooting the 9 here, whether it's straight in, trying to roll it, or in off the 6. But I think shooting it now is a good choice because it's such a tough ball for them. And if you're going to develop it, you should do it early. Maybe it gets in the way of the 6, because it's not in the way of the 6 right now. Just like that, right in the way of the 6. It's not bad. See what Usama can find here to get on maybe the 3 ball next. Well, looks like he's going to leave Jindy, though. 2 ball? Or does the 6 go? Maybe the 6 goes. He's looking closely. Yeah, he's called it in there, so that's the shot. It's got to be super, super tight through there. Oh, he's played it in off. What a shot. That's a super shot. And he's overdrawn the cue ball a little bit, but she does have the 3. Potentially the 2, but I think it's got to be the 3 ball here. Long shot. Half ball cut either way. Oh, this is smart. Look at this. Right behind the 4. Good shot. Good find to play that 2-way. Look at, if it went in, they were most likely on the 4 in the side. It didn't go in, and they're in a tough spot. Here, Lenny's getting a cue out. We're going to take a look at the 15 on the left side, but I'm not sure he has room for that. Maybe just with some left spin. No, it's backing off right away. Tries to play safe behind maybe the 8, but the 2 ball's over there, and Usama's going to shoot. He's going to just draw this one back a little bit, bounce it off the rail for the 3 ball next. Nice thing here for them is the 8's right over the side. Oh, but he's tried to roll it. Well, that's just I think a bit of a mental error on his part. I think he's supposed to kind of stun that ball. I'm not even sure rolling it worked. I think rolling it always took him in to the other ball, unless he just miscued or mishit it or something funny happened. Unforced error. Good news for him is I don't think he's left Bruce anything here. Bit of a roll. It's not often rubs and rolls will decide a race to 9, though. And a long way to go in this match. Yeah, nothing easy again for stripes, so another chance for Jindy, and good, bad, and ugly to do something here. Tough shot on the 3, though. Don't think he has anything playable on the 2. He might. He might just have the 2 with beating the scratch, and that would be a much easier shot than the 3 with, guessing where the cue ball would go. This way, the cue ball can go back and forth, position on the 3 or the 4. Oh, but he's overcut it. Look at this. Gonna pin them on there with no easy shot again. Oh, looks like the 11's pretty available this time for Violet. They got some work to do, though. Those balls are in a tough spot. Obviously, the 15 by the 4, but the 14, 13, 10 in a bit of a cluster like that makes things interesting, too. Yeah, I don't hate this. If she's playing safe, it's probably smart. No, it hasn't worked out, though. And Trisha's going to shoot the 3 and maybe rub the 15 to put Usama on the 4. Oh, watch doesn't come back in the way. I think it just got out of the way. Just. If not, I think he has the 2, but I'm pretty sure it's out of the way and he can shoot the 4, try to get on the 2. Can he roll it forward, miss the 12 with the cue ball, shoot the 2 in the long corner? Oh, he goes around the 2. Watch the 13. Oh, it's a sweet shot. And he's left his super tall teammate the reach shot over a ball. Jindy should be okay here. Quite tall. Maybe he can reach it. Maybe not. The 8's over the hole, so any look at the 8 is okay. If he could draw it north of the 13 would be nice, but might be able to just roll it, go between the 14, 13. Or between the 14, 10. Needs to slow down. I think it just did. And this 8 ball for a 3-1 lead. Trisha just got to roll it in. Perfect. Good game from them there. And a 3-1 lead they take in a race to 9. 2 more Scotch Trios games coming up before they go back to the singles. They've got a beautiful pro shop here at Racks if you need anything pool related. Looks like they got it fully stocked in there. As you can see, gloves, cases, cues, chalk, tips. I think you name it, they got it, or they can order it. They are a distributor. Rack sales and distribution. Check them out. They're in-house here, or just give them a call. Dry break here from Usama, and look where the 8 went. And with where the 7 is, it's got to be solids here. And as soon as you make the first solid, you got big control of the table. And the 5, it looks like the 5-3 up there. So the 5 can break the 8 out of the way of the 3. But what does stripes do? So this first shot, very important. Gotta make sure you pot this ball. And I'd be looking to make the 7-6, shoot the 4, or the 2, then the 4, and try to break that out on the last shot. It seems weird to do it that way, but when the 2 balls are on the end rail like that, it's hard to land on something else, so probably best to break it out last, but also you leave it in jail there if you break it out last in case something goes wrong in the other balls. But I'm not sure they can shoot the 7 now from where the cue ball is. and get on the 6. Does it get better? Do you get a better angle on the 7 later to shoot the 6? I'm not sure. So maybe shoot the 7 now and try to rub off the 13 to land on the other side of the 6. Take what you can get now. Well, there's still lots of blockers, lots of options up there. This has gone wrong. They're on the wrong side of the ball here to break the 3. Violet's going to shoot the 7, I think. And they're just going to have to work their way back down there for the 6 later on. They also had a redemption tournament, a second chance tournament here too. Cheap entry fee, and it keeps the teams playing. They had 9 teams sign up for that. And they're underway in the first round, playing on the table beside this one. I think that's really nice because some of the teams traveled pretty far to get here, and it gives them lots more pool to play. They came to play pool. Might as well let them play, keep them in the room. It's good for the pool hall too. Well, did she wire the 5-2 combo for later on? She's going to hope so. If it's not wired, then I like Jindy shooting the 13 into the 7 to make the 7 and sort of soft draw the cue ball up the right side rail. Maybe cover those balls anyway, but worst case, you leave them those balls and, you know, they got to do something special if the combo's not wired. He's going to put one up there with them. But I think it's close. Yeah, Lenny comes over. He's going to shoot this. 5-2 combination to break out the 3. No, he's not going to shoot it. He's going to shoot the 7, so maybe it's not on. Well, Stripes has a ball up there now to deal with the 8, so it's go time. Oh, this is a great shot from Trisha to get them on this side rail where they can deal with the 12-15. I think you can see the 15. Just. Oh, would you look at that? Completely clobbered the camera and it just went right back to where it was. That's great. I love it when that happens. I was going to move it earlier just a little bit to the right because it's just a little off center of the screen, but I don't want to mess with it too much today. It's so square, you know, at the top and the bottom that I don't want to tweak it too much and screw it up. Yeah, the 15 goes, so does the 12, so he shoots that and draws back to this ball on the bottom of the screen here for Jindy. Looks like they're going to save the breakout for a little bit later, but I like doing it while the 13 is over the side still. You always try to have an option ball when you're playing the breakout. Something to be on other than the ball you're trying to break out is nice. But like I mentioned before, sometimes you do it last to keep that ball trapped. Like in this case, if it's belonging to both of you. Like the 8. But I like doing it on the next shot. Stun this one in just like that. And now Usama's the one shooting a breakout. And he can go into this at a little speed, but not too much. You don't want the 8 to go, you know, in the pocket, of course, but you don't need it going in the way of the 14. If he's worried about that, they could shoot the 14 first, but I don't think so. Yeah, just a little bit harder to get it more out of there. Well, Jindy can just pinch this one back a little bit and maybe leave her the angle where she's naturally sending the cue ball into the 5 when she pockets the 14. I don't think I'd be trying to leave her the angle where she has to draw to the right side rail and in between the 2, 3, 5. That's asking a lot of anyone. So just a soft draw here, like a couple inches, or if he has angle, he can go to the rail and back towards middle. It's got to slow down a little bit. It's got to slow down. It's not going to. Well, now he needs to go to the other side of the ball so she can play with some top and some inside. Try to get the cue ball into the 5. It's like 2 o'clock on the cue ball. Usama's going to come over and help her, and I love this because he's the one shooting next to. So if he thinks that this can't be spun over there, then he's going to tell her to lay up for the bank. Somewhere around the middle of the table, I think. Yep. Middle table. Good target. And this is better than if she tries to spin over and get on it. Doesn't get there. He's dead meat. So I really like this little communication, and it shows why they made it this far in the tournament as well. Usama taking the wheel, which he should. His responsibility as the higher ranked player, but especially his responsibility being the one shooting next. She maybe got him absolutely perfect on this bank shot. It's really close. It's really, really close to like dead straight in, or he can stiff it. The fact that he hasn't shot it yet, though, means maybe not. I'm just trying to look down the shot line. Oh, it's like a sliver too far. I think she knew it when she hit it. It was just a little too far, but yeah, I don't know what the plan was there. That was just like a shot to nothing. Maybe trying to leave them a little bit on the right side of the table to make the 7 tough, but if you didn't get the 8 somewhere good, this was never going to win the game. Made a good shot there to pocket the 5 and get decently on the 7. I'm not sure she can hold this to stay on the 6, but it is a free chance. Hard to sell out the 8 if it went wrong. Well, this is okay. They don't mind angle to get up table for the 2-3 anyway, so Liney will like this. Needs to slow down a bit, and it will. Good shot. I wonder if the 3 goes first. If he has to shoot the 2, it might be a little hard to stay on the 3, but looks like the 3 will go. It didn't go. It didn't go. Jindy's going to have this 8 ball to go up 4-1. This is a big shot. Good shoot in the side. It might be a little straight in the side, but the sides are tight. Corner pocket might not be any easier from this angle, so bit of a preference shot. Tend to like the corner. It's a bit of a bigger pocket, meaning it can slop in. The side, it will not slop in. You got to be just dead accurate. But if it's straight, sometimes easier to be accurate. So the other factor is if he shoots in the corner, is he kind of dealing with the 3 a little bit? Looks like not. In which case, you definitely shoot in the side. Big shot. Oh, he's hit it pretty hard. Is this going to get in the game? I think it just got out of the way, but they're a little thin on the 3 here. A little thin and reaching out. He's going to praise that she's left-handed, when she's not. For a lefty, this is extremely tough. Can't reach it, would need the rest, and trying to get the rest out of the way, the bridge and all that stuff out of the way is tough. But because she can just reach out over the table and spin it in, being right-handed, a little easier, a lot easier. No gimme. Watch this bottom right corner with the cue ball, too. Oh, well, she's missed the ball. I think this bottom right corner was definitely a factor. And Trisha's going to have a chance to bury this 8 ball, too, like she did the last one. It's a long way away, though. It's never easy from almost 9 feet. And the cue ball near the rail. Got to stay still on this one. Which she did. And she's got it for 4-1. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Increase the lead. Lenny Donago breaks the last game of the Scotch triples. Looks like a dry break, so I think Osama's going to shoot first. And a chance to increase this lead before they go back to the singles games. 3 singles, 3 Scotch, 3 singles, 3 Scotch is the format. Yeah, Osama loves to grind, that's right. I'm just catching up with some of these comments on the YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, that's great to hear about Violet. Yeah, she's just standing beside me here saying how she's been struggling and doesn't sound too happy about playing, to be honest. She's over here looking at the Fargo ratings, which the team she's playing is 5 points lower than they are. But I didn't think she was looking for her team's Fargo rate. Anyway, I think she should get over there and get ready to shoot in case they get to shoot this game. Trisha left Osama jacked up over the 4. This is really tough because you can't reach it, no matter how tall you are. Oh, don't you love it when people just come over and mess up your paperwork and then just walk away? Bless her heart. Okay, Bruce to the table here. The chance at these low balls, and they're all pretty much in the open. And I think, although it's still a bit early, I think they need to win this game. Down 5-1 in a team match is just really hard to come back from, especially in this kind of format. We just haven't seen the comebacks yet. Very difficult. The thing with a team match is people can just get a little negative, and then that's what makes the comeback so hard. They're just not thinking about their own game anymore. They're thinking about somebody else's game and maybe how good or bad they're playing. And it can go both ways. If you're out there struggling and your teammate is playing really good, it can mess with your head a little bit, make you feel like you're letting them down. And vice versa. If you're playing really good and they're not playing good, they are maybe, letting you down, or you're feeling like that, and then it's going to affect how you play, and it's hard to come back. It's a little different than a singles match where maybe you can just give your head a shake and come back. We'll see as the tournament goes on. Maybe we'll have some comeback trail happening. Oh, Lenny with the safety. Look at this right underneath the 8. How good is that shot? Are you kidding me? That is way too good. Unbelievable. He got him underneath the 8 from there. And with the 10 over the hole, I mean, Jindy's got this wry smile and a little shake of his head. Like, how could you be that good? Well, Jindy, the old wizard, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. Oh, that might be one of the best shots we see the whole day. What a shot. Well, Jindy's got to kick one rail at the 11 and hope something good happens. Solids has a couple balls over holes, the 3 and the 4, so it's hard not to leave them on something here. But anything other than ball in hand is usually good. This ain't much different than ball in hand. The 1's a hanger. We'll see who's coming up to shoot here. I think it's Violet. And if she is struggling, no, it's Bruce. Okay. Well, not an absolute hanger, but it's pretty high percentage for him. He's stroking the ball pretty good. Thought if it was Violet, maybe not, because she did just come over here and tell me how much she was struggling. And just long days, for sure. So it's tough out there. Stamina's a real thing in pool. These tournaments are long. All right, the 3, the 5, the 4. Assuming the 4 goes comfortable on the side. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you need to shoot in the corner right now, Lenny. I think he does. Looking at the table outside of the screen. Side pockets. No good. Oh, he's overcut it by an absolute mile. Big mistake from Lenny there. You don't see that too often as he hangs his head. They need him to play good in order to win this match. He's their ace. Trisha has two options here, the 15 or the 13. I like the 13 because if she puts them on the right side of the table, they don't have a shot. And she could try to get on the 11, which technically she has, and she's left Usama an angle where maybe he can get down here for the 10, which is what he needs to do. They need to get on the 10 and save the 15 to get on the 8. It's pretty thin, though. So if he has to draw it, then it's maybe going into the 4 too much. I think he's just turned it down. He's playing safe. Trying to use a 15 to cover the 5. Trying to put the 11 near the side. He kind of put in a bad spot. And he's left Bruce a look at the 4. Could he just touch the 4 on top of the 10? I hate this shot. I absolutely hate it. But I wonder if the bank goes where he's standing. If it doesn't, then he might need to just play something containing. I mean, you could almost touch the 4 on top of the 10 and not get a rail would be fine. I'm not sure the 15 goes off the rail off the 10 in to open it up if they had ball in hand, so. Yeah, tricky spot that Usama put him in here. Oh, so he just makes the 10, tries to get on the 5. What a shot, because he's blocked the 15 with the 5 and only left Jindy the 11, which I don't know he can play. Yeah, and you can tell from Jindy's body language there that he can't play the 11 into the top right. It's not available without scratching. Smart shot there from Bruce. Very well done. The old guys are crafty. It's the only thing, it is a bit of a factor in this tournament and in many tournaments, is age. So one team is a little bit or quite a bit younger than the other team. And as it gets later into the night and later into this match, it's not going to get any easier out there. Yeah, pretty hard to keep them off the shot, and they have the 5 or the 4. But a long way back for the 8 after, and this is no gimme from a mile away. And trying to roll, it's tough, but she's done well there. What a great shot. The right guy for the job to get all the way back up there for the 8. Needs this to kiss the 15. Oh, you see it trickle out to the right there a little bit. It's got a bit of a roll over there, but it's nothing crazy, and it is, you know, not surprising because tables were just put in here not too long ago. as Bruce wiggles in the 8 and they get it to 4-2. And we're going to head back to the singles portion of the match. 3 singles games coming up next. All right, so I think this first game is going to be Bruce playing. Well, I'm not sure. I thought it was maybe Jindy, but I saw him walk away, so maybe it's Trisha. Well, technically nobody else is playing if Bruce just breaks and runs out, right? Half decent look here on solids, assuming the 11 doesn't go on the top right. If the 11 goes on the top right, could consider stripes, but I like solids here. And it looks like you can shoot the 3 right now or the 6. I kind of like the 3 now and just be sure you're going to run out. Oh, he just stunned into that ball. I thought he would try to draw off it a bit. And he's a long way away from the 6 now. Not easy to control this one if he has to roll it in. Could consider rolling the 2 instead. And I kind of like that better. It's a little closer to the cue ball. And you still get position on the 5. Well, he's just overcut that ball by a little bit. And he tried to come around for the 5 in the same pocket, I think. It's hard to tell where he was trying to get because the ball overcut, so the cue ball picked up a lot of speed. But it is Trisha coming in here to play this game. Rhonda, yeah, hard to cheer for a specific team when they're all your dear friends, of course. I'm feeling the same way. I'm not cheering for anybody. I know them all quite well. They're all friends. Oh, that's a smart shot from Trisha there. She's used the 12 to block the 6 and the 11 to block the 2. I'm not sure Bruce has anything from there. Piece of the 4, but I'm not sure what good it does. Really good shot. Very smart to find that. He's going to call the 6. He's going to cut the 5 into it. You can see a bit of the 5. Yeah, he was going to try to send the cue ball off the side of the 5 into it. This isn't the worst leave. Hasn't really left Trisha anything super makeable. The 11 maybe have to go for it now, unless she's going to try to roll it behind the 12 again, but it's tougher this time. What a shot that is from a mile away. That's a really tough shot. She hit it great. Well, that's nice to see. Christine gets to go home early. I thought she just worked open to close. Christine Rowell's one of the owners here, and she does lots. And it's nice to see her get to go home at a reasonable time. She says, I'm just going to bail. I said, that's great. You do a lot, and you should. So I said, we might get a B-side match. But I told her, make sure they ask me first because we're going to see what time it is when this is done. We might not really get time for a B-side. Not that I wouldn't love to stay till 2 in the morning, but you guys know how it is. Let's see how long this match takes. If this is over by like 8 o'clock, then for sure. If we can fire up a B-side match like before 9 or 10, then I'm all game for it. Well, probably didn't want to make that ball in the same shot. You'd have to think. But look at this shot from Bruce. What a beauty. Don't go behind that ball. I don't think it did. What a shot. That is a super shot. He comes over to look. He's laughing. Wow. What a shot. That was super. He trickles that one in too. And the 8 to get this to 4-3. They're coming back here. No, he's missed it. What a big let off that is. Huge moment for Trisha here. Got to punish him for this one. The only tough ball I see is maybe the 9. But the nerves will be running high. She knows this is kind of a big moment where she can steal a game that she's arguably not supposed to win. Can she roll this one in and get the 9 next in the left side? I think she can. It might be kind of a tough shot next. She might consider drawing the ball a little bit to play the 12 next, but I think I like rolling it. Play the 9 next. Keep it simple. The stop shot. Maybe the 12 because the 9 is so off angle into a small pocket. She should still consider the 9, but I don't think it's the shot. It's always good to look around, though, just make sure you're not missing anything. Maybe you look at it and it's a hanger for you and you never miss it. This is really good, though. Look at this. She's landed nicely on the right side of this ball to get the cue ball near the left side pocket for the 9 next in the bottom right. Huge couple of shots coming up here. She's got to draw this one a little. Oh, she didn't get the draw. She got the stun. And now she's going to have to bank the 9 to win this game. And it's a tough bank. There's a double kiss on a little bit with the cue ball and the 9 coming across the line that the cue ball's taking. She's done well to get to here. One more big shot. Well, I don't know what she's waved off there. Maybe just the fact that she doesn't know what to do. Bank it somewhere. Trisha, in the top left or the bottom right. Whatever you like. But you got to go for it here. No safety. Yeah, I like this into the bottom right. Just got to watch the double kiss a little bit. Yeah, that's a tough shot to read. Very tough shot to read. And Bruce is going to make the 8 to get this to 4-3. Won't miss this one. And I'm just going to step away for 2 seconds. Be right back. Okay. What do we miss? Osama running these balls. Looks like a 2-1 combination here. Just trying to calculate where everything's going to go. But I like his chances here. I think the 2 kind of sticks around. Maybe he lands on the 4 on the side next. Maybe he lands on the 2 if he softly goes into the 3. Yeah, the 4 on the side's okay here. And he's on the 2 in the, or rather the 3 in the top right. He shakes his head. He doesn't love it, but it's okay. I think he just wanted the 2 first clear the lane for the 3 in the same pocket, but this is okay. I don't hate the 3 here. It's a big pocket, and what I mean by that is from that angle, rubbing in off the right long rail, can slop in a little bit at proper speed. Well, this worked out okay. I'm pretty sure he wasn't planning on the 4 in the top right next, but it's okay. Made a clean shot there, and he got rewarded. Just needs to find a good angle on the 2 to get across for the 8 next. Yeah, definitely would have never guessed he'd shoot the 4 in that pocket, right? Straight back with this one. Oh, he cheated the pocket a little, bounced it off the side rail. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it looked like the 2 was coming back out for a second. I'm just going to watch it on a YouTube delay for a second here. While we see him bury the 8. Nice out there for a 5-3 lead. One more game left in the singles. It's going to be Violet versus Jindy, I believe. As we shout out to these great sponsors again of the event, Wells and Associates, Pagulayan Cues, helping out with the added prizes and cash to the tournament. One of my favorites here, Elaine Reaper and Mara Cormier, Remax Real Estate Pros. The best in the business. If you're looking for a house in, well, pretty much anywhere in Alberta, I'm sure they can help you out. And all these other really great sponsors for chipping in. We thank you very much for making this event great. Let's see. I didn't see one go in, but I did see a whole bunch of balls cluster together on that left side rail, which is often the case when you break from the side. So Jindy's got a super tough layout here. Think it's solids. I think the 2 passes the 8 into the top left. Can open with the 3 or the 6. The 6 is scary because if you get it wrong, you kind of just open all the balls that are, you know, in a problem. And actually, it might be Lenny playing this game. I didn't see. I think it is Lenny. So it's Lenny and Jindy. And so it was Violet that Usama just broke and ran out against, I think. Well, look at this. They both slap at the first shot and miss it, and all the balls are rearranged. And it's a whole new layout. It's like they broke again. Everything suddenly looks different. The 3 and a stripe up there. The cluster on the side rails a lot different now. That was funny. 2 shots later, it looks like a whole new break. I wonder if the 3, it's got to be the 14 up there by the 3. I wonder if that combination is playable. If it is, that might be the only way out here. It's thin enough, certainly, that the 3 will get out of the way. I mean, obviously it has the 2, but that's not gonna help anything. So he likes stripes, and I kind of like stripes from here now too. Oh, I gotta make the first ball though. I think they're both just trapping each other. See who falls for the bait first. Okay, I'm not sure he want to make that shot. I think he's trying to set the bait again. Neither one of them wanted to make the first shot. I've seen that in 8-ball, even at a pro level, where both players won't make the first shot. They just keep missing and tying up balls because as soon as one of them makes the first shot, the other one has a small advantage. The one with more balls on the table has the advantage in these situations. Like, for instance, Jindy could comfortably shoot the 10 ball straight in the pocket right now and give Lenny ball in hand. Because what's Lenny going to do from ball in hand from there? He can't break out all the balls in one shot. So I think Jindy knew that, and he didn't make the 4. Keep the 4 in the middle of the table is okay, but a ball in the middle sometimes is trouble. Usually by a pocket is better. I think he was just okay not making that ball. And any chance Lenny gets, he'll bury some of the solids and maybe even try to make some of the open ones. This is going to be a scrappy one, guys. Let's see who can figure it out. I kind of love these games because it really showcases more aspects than just pocketing balls. Pocketing balls is like very little to do with this game, oddly enough. It's all the other stuff that's hard. The cue ball movements and the mental, of course, anybody who plays knows this game is 80% mental at least. If you're as mental as I am, then it's 90%. Good safety from Jindy there. Got one of his balls over a pocket and trapped Lenny into scratching, and he's going to break out that ball a little bit. That didn't change anything as far as the 3 goes and the 8. I don't mind Jindy shooting into the 6 and just stopping the cue ball right on the 6. Got to make sure you get a rail because there's no good way to break out that ball unless you're going to do it from the 7, but that can just tie up the 5 and everything even more. And if you do break it out, you better be ready to run out because Lenny will be ready to run out. He's pushed that 13 up there near the top left, and that can develop the 14 and the 8 for him. So kind of a big decision here. The other thing I might do, and this is actually maybe a much better idea, is combo in the 14 and draw the cue ball onto the 8. You can let him see the 13. I really like that. You should be trying to make his open balls now. So, and what that does for Jindy, I think he's found it, is it's going to develop the 3 and the 8. It's important to recognize that even if he broke out the 3, he would still need to clear the way for the 8. He's going to just roll this one forward, and I like this too. Yeah, this is really good, really smart shot from Jindy there. He runs a bunch of tournaments here in Edmonton, and so he definitely watches some pool, and he's seen some really great players in the finals of his tournaments. Mike Stewart, one of his teammates here, Usama, at a 686, and some other big names in Edmonton. They have some players over 700 and some champions who I've done battle with lots of times. They're all really great players. So he definitely knows the strategy, and a lot of them play 8-ball, so they know 8-ball strategy really well, and this is so far good strategy. Lenny's going to try to combo in one of the solids. He knows he's at a big disadvantage here now. He'll be trying to make his balls and then bank the 8 later on. You can forget about breaking that out now. 2 balls on the side rail are enough work. Another safety from Jindy. He could call the 3 And roll the cue ball up to the 8. If the 3 goes in, it might be okay, but... Well, he doesn't want to move the 8 out. Well, it might be okay that the 2 came back in the way. What's Lenny found here? He's going to move these balls just a little bit. That tells you he was thinking from his chair a bit, which is important to do. Just because you're not shooting doesn't mean you're not playing. Somebody wise once told me that. I'm over watching the basketball game or the golf or something, and you could be making a plan and get an idea what your opponent's going to do next and really thinking through things. Obviously, you don't always know where they're going to leave the ball, but you get a half idea. Think he knew Jindy was going to leave him up there and he was going to play that little shot. Thought it out quick. Shot in 10 seconds. Good shot from Jindy. Keeping these contained, but Lenny's going to get this 12 out. The thing is, it's going to open the bank for the 6, I'm pretty sure. And now the breakout's going to be available as Lenny tries to get under the 3-2. I think it's go time now, pal. Maybe one more safe if he doesn't like the 1 ball. But I think it's time. He can move the 15 maybe out of the way of the 7. Well, the more I look at it, the less I like it. One more safe is good. Because it's almost like a guaranteed safe. You're going to get the hook for sure. So you know he's kicking into a ball, and it's probably the 13 and moving it out of your way. Or how about he kicks into the 7 and moves it out of the way and gives you ball in hand? It's best case scenario for Jindy. So how about instead of moving the 6 here, we move the 11? Maybe shoot the 7, draw into the 11. I think it should be okay to move the 6. Just have to watch you don't double kiss it and leave it there, or just kiss it right on top of the 11. Put the 11 on top of the 7. There's some things can go wrong here if he's going to shoot the 5 and try to break the 6. Well, I didn't see this, mostly because I'm not 100% sure it goes. Is he going to draw back close to the 11? This would be really, really smart. If it doesn't go, it's in the open, and freeze him on the 11. This would be really, really smart. And if it goes, he's on the 3 or the 2. Yeah, but you have to be sure that you can freeze him on the 11. Otherwise, don't do that. Or you got to be sure it's going to go in. You just play shape. But yeah, you see what he did there? He kind of drew it towards the 11. He had to hit it hard to make it. Couldn't hit it soft. It would have kind of went to the top horn. Well, it might be the 2 ball instead of the 3. Unless he wants to jack the cue up in the air. It was the 2 first, but it was just a little bit tight. Is it going to get in the game here? It is a bit in the way of the 15, but that's a let-off for Jindy. After a great little in-off that he found there. Lenny has the 10. Oh, but he's missed the 10 ball. Well, he has a quick stroke, but that was really quick. Like back to forward. Timing was off there, big time. Brought in the miss by a foot. I don't think it was that close to the pocket. By the way, guys, a foot is a lot in pool. If you miss by a foot, that's a lot. I only say that because Lenny's a friend of mine. As are most of these guys, of course. Good shot there from Jindy. That was not easy. He would have loved for that 5 to stay out of the way, but maybe he can shoot it. Maybe he can shoot it out of the way. Or is he too close to it to risk it? You know what I have noticed is these touchy little shots are very difficult for the bigger guys. These ones where you got to get the cue out of the way quick because they have a longer stroke. Or they tend to have a longer stroke. He's done well there. It wasn't as hard as it looked on the camera. I think he landed pretty good on it. It came back in the way, but in a sense, it didn't. In a sense, it just gave him an easy shot to get it out of the way. One less ball to worry about. And I know I talk a lot all the time, guys, but I'm talking extra much this weekend because I don't want the music to get picked up too much. So if I'm just driving you insane, then I won't be offended if you mute it. Or if you're just so sick of my voice after listening to me all morning on the Predator stream too. Which, by the way, is the coolest job I've ever had. Look at the shot from Jindy. Beautiful. 2 rails straight in the line of the 3. Notice how the cue ball was coming straight at the line of the 3 off the second rail. Such a good path to take. Just got to stay smooth on the draw here. Oh, that's so good. And this 8 ball for a 6-3 lead. And he played that game really well. Like a lot of very smart shots. Very impressed. We got some gentlemen over there playing on these beautiful snooker tables now. Check these out. They got 2 of them in here, and they are so nice. That's one of the prettiest snooker tables I've ever seen. And yes, I might be slightly biased. Something about a nice Predator logo just pops out, you know? They sure did good on that logo. Whoever designed that originally. And a big thanks to Rax, of course, of all the sponsors and all the people. They are the ones that are hosting here, and they are great hosts. The room is incredible. You got to come check it out if you haven't. But more importantly, the owners are just really great people, and they all just really love pool a lot. And they're already discussing junior league and stuff with me. So, I mean, they're out to support the game. I love that. Okay, we're back to the Scotch triples portion of the match, I believe. After 9 games, we're back to Scotch triples. Looks like gonna be Usama to break. Yeah, he's getting up to break. Is he gonna re-rack? He probably will. No, he just takes a glance, says, that'll do. He said maybe that's the lucky rack. It's hard to make a ball breaking 8-ball in the 9-foot. We see it at the pro level a lot too. Well, he got one. It's not the one he wanted, but he got one. Sometimes letting them shoot first, from what I've seen, isn't devastating. We haven't seen a lot of break and runs in the Scotch triples. Very difficult to run out, even in doubles. Adding in that third player, just super tough to try to worry about what 2 people are thinking. I can't even just worry about what I'm thinking. It's too much. There's too many thoughts going on. Can't even stay out of my own way. How am I going to stay out of 2 other people's way? All right, Bruce going to wedge this cue ball in there to shoot the 4 first. I like it. It's the only tough ball for solids. But where's the cue ball going on this one? Other than into the stripe on the rail there. Yeah, and what are they on? The 3, but it's brutal jacked up over the ball like that. Maybe the 1. If he can see the 1, he's got to shoot the 1. I think he can. Just by the 12. Little left spin, trying to escape some traffic. Oh, a lot of left spin. He goes, trying to go into the 5. Well, left her a thin one on the 3 here. They have a laugh about it. Violet is going to have a really thin one on the 3. I think it's so thin that the cue ball misses the scratch in the side and maybe hits the long rail on our side and bumps the 5 into a better spot. Let's see. It might go into the stripes. Or it might go into the 5. She's got to cut it real thin, though. Yeah, much thinner. Much, much thinner. That one's tough to see. It's tough to see how thin you got to actually cut that ball. It's razor thin. See what Jindy can do to try to get them in line here. Couple of options, the 12 or the 15 to the top right. I don't mind either. I think I like the 12 and then maybe the 11. You got to get something happening with this 13 ball sooner than later. Maybe you can shoot the 10 and then the 13 later on. Yeah, it's got to be the 12 first. 12, then the 11 maybe. I think I heard Lenny say something about we need to time these guys, and now he's looking for a referee or something, but his team's back at the table. He shouldn't worry about that. I think they just got to shoot their game. Everybody's taking a little longer out there. It's Scotch doubles, Scotch triples. I'm going to keep saying Scotch doubles because I've never said Scotch triples before. I don't even know what that word is. But of course, with everyone just taking a little bit longer, to think through these shots, it is going to bog it down a bit. And that's okay. They all paid a good entry fee, $60 per player. There's lots of prizes up for grabs. I can tell you it's $41.60 for first place, $4,160. Even second place, $3,120. It's $1,000 each, and they only paid a $60 entry. We've been real blessed in Calgary lately. Thanks to Jim Jutsi at Leather Pocket, adding a bunch of money to big tournaments. We've got some big ones coming up. But it sure is nice for the players when there's something, you know, to win that can actually do something. Pay a bar tab. It's nice to be able to pay a bar tab and travel to the next tournament. And maybe by the end of the year, he made a few bucks. Okay, the 3 in off the back of the 9, off the rail, off the 9. Yeah, or really stiff the bank. But I like it off the rail, off the 9, because it gets better shape, I think. It gets better position on the 8. And I think both shots are playable. Well, you know what she's done there is hit it real slow to try to just cover the pocket for the 9, but I don't like that. I don't like that because they can just make the 3 later on and play a good safety. Or they can just play a good safety now. I don't mind it now. Put them off table somewhere. That's what Trisha's going to do. I try to find a ball that I thought was kind of tough and just push it over a hole. But pretty much anywhere is okay. Bruce is going to have to kick off the side rail, just touch this ball. Just got to watch it doesn't roll a little. Oh, that's such a good shot. To just touch onto it like that. Not easy. So Usama, you can see him shaking his head there. Doesn't like this shot. Needs to kick at a ball. He needs to kick at the 12 and get a rail. He's not going to move the ball that's in front of the 3. He's going to kick at the 12. This is smart. This is smart. Yeah, it doesn't want to move that ball that's in front of the 3 and just sell out. So it kicks the 12, gets a rail. Really good shot. Lenny's going to play a similar shot to what Bruce just played. Try to just touch this ball off the side rail. Oh, it's way too hard. And he hit the 9 first. They're not calling it on themselves. He fouled for sure. But he was too far away to see it. They didn't call a ref, so I don't know. I can't call it. I'm not one to call it. They have to call it on themselves. They're policing themselves. You want to look at it? Yeah, you can look at it on the YouTube replay bit here. Sometimes it takes a second to find it. I'm pretty sure he hit the 9 first, but just check and make sure you think so too, because I can't make the call. You guys would have to agree on it. Yeah, the 9 first, yeah. It's good of them to come over and ask. I like that. And this is the way pool should be played. I mean, regardless of the rules or anything else, we should just be trying to get the right call. You know, and if you fouled, then you shouldn't want to keep shooting. That's for sure, right? It's not the game. It's not the way the game was intended to be played. So I love that they just came over to look. Violet and Lenny came over and looked, teammates, and then both agreed. So I never mind the replay if it's for that, if it's the player that shot coming over to take a look, to call it on themselves.
It's all good.
The opponents never came over to ask, so I like that. They were just going to let the other team call it one way or the other. The right way to play the game, and hats off to both of them, all 6 of them. Nobody really flinched too much, you know? They just said, well, you know, maybe you could look on the stream. It is nice to have that option, and I've always thought you just try to get the right call no matter how. Okay, they're looking good here. These 5 balls and the 8 to get a 7-3 lead. They've had full control of this match right from game 1 when Jindy almost broke and ran out, but he managed to win the game pretty handily. And they've stayed in control. This would put them majorly in control. The winner of this moves on to the A-side final, which they have scheduled for noon tomorrow, Mountain Daylight Time. The loser is going to move into the 5th, 6th spot on the B side, and that's going to play at 11 a.m. as Jindy slaps this one into the side rail, and it's going to be a thin cut into the top left for Violet to try to get this to 6-4, and still anybody's match from 6-4. Should call it in the top right, I suppose. It goes in there maybe just barely, but this is more about a two-way shot, I think. This is more about trying to put the 8 over the pocket. She has to watch the cue ball in the top left a little bit here, too. She's going to hit it soft enough, thin enough, it's okay. Yeah, that was never threatening the pocket. And she's left them on an angle where they can just break out the 12 if they want. Pretty natural to just shoot this ball and break the 12 a little bit. She doesn't have to. She can shoot the 11 in the side, and they can do something later. It's assuming the 12 doesn't go. I love what she's done here. Ask Usama to come over and see what he thinks. And I think he's going to tell her to shoot that ball and nudge the 12 out. He's trying to show her a two-way shot. Maybe bounce it off the rail and leave them over there. The problem is if she makes this. The problem is if she makes this, what are they on? Okay, so she's not trying to make it. I don't hate what he's told her to do here. If she wasn't sure of herself, then show her an easy safe, like a really simple one. But it didn't get there. It didn't get there. She had to get it there. I think they had to continue the discussion just a second longer to really be sure of what was going to happen there. I think she had to shoot at something. Watch the kiss off that ball for the scratch. That's what he was worried about, so he missed the 8. And does the 15 pass? I think it just does. If not, he needs to find a good safety because the 10 is super tough from there. Oh, yeah, this is okay. He can just roll into this one. If it doesn't go by the 8, then it's going to plug the pocket. If it does, they're going to be on the 12 into the bottom right. That's the shot. That's the shot. And if it hits the 8, it's going to nudge it to the right long rail. And the cue ball is going to be right around where the 15 is. It'll leave them a bank or something tough. Oh, I don't know about jacking up on this one. Unless it's really clean by the 8. That's a big let off a couple times in this rack when they're supposed to be up 7-3 in the score, and it looks like Lenny probably buries this one to get it to 6-4. Needs the extension for the back of the cue or the bridge. It's got the little telescopic bridge. Trying to get to the length he wants. And he's got it. 6-4. Still anybody's game from here. All right, we're back, and look at Lenny just found a leak on the table. It sprung a leak. He made all the balls on the break. And you know he wanted to just keep shooting. But it's Violet, his teammate, that's going to get up here. 2 more games left of the Scotch trios, and they're 2 really big games. Could be very telling, these 2. Solids look okay other than the 8. Maybe just bank the 8. Be Lenny banking it, so I wouldn't hate it. They could use the 4 to break it out. They could break it out right now. Oh, she broke it in. It's the old break-in shot. Now she's got to shoot. Rather, he's got to shoot the 1 ball. Then they need to use the 4 to break it out again. Don't want to break it in again. I don't know if he needs to elevate the back end of the cue. Maybe just rolls this in. Maybe comes around off a couple of rails. Yeah, looks like he had enough to just punch it. It's a good shot. And now Lenny shooting the 4 to break this out and try to keep them on the 7. Got to get some speed behind this one, though. You need that 8 to get out of there. Yeah, he needed a lot more speed on that one. It was always going to kind of stay buried in there, and now they took 2 swings at it. Doesn't want to get out of there. I think it's time to just accept the bank in the side. In a couple shots time, Violet, Bruce, it'd be Lenny to shoot it. It's thin on this 6, but it does have the whole pocket, which she used almost all of it, as much as she could, and it doesn't go in. Okay, Osama here. Gonna shoot the 13. This is not easy for Stripes. As you can see, those balls on the left side, the 10 and the 13 and the 8. If the 10 goes, got to shoot it now. If it doesn't, then I'm not sure what the plan is going to be. Maybe the combination, but that's really tough. Jindy's kind of stopped in his tracks here. Tells me maybe the 10 doesn't go. So it's maybe time to ask Usama what his plan was then. And maybe even Usama can take control here. Noticing that Jindy doesn't appear to be sure of what to do. Maybe they've had a small discussion before about, you know, he's not going to interrupt. I often tell my teammates that if we're playing Scotch, I tell them I won't interrupt unless it's crazy obvious and you seem to miss something. Otherwise, I won't interrupt, so just ask me if you're not sure. Yeah, and you could see Usama was looking at Jindy trying to wait for some eye contact. And Jindy said, yeah, let's come on over and have a talk. From here, the 10 goes. Yeah. Just to the outside of the pocket. I'm just trying to read some lips here to figure out what the discussion is. I liked it. The communication looked good. That's so important in a team match. Knowing how to communicate together. Not just on, hey, should I play the shot, but like speed and, you know, what things can happen after. Yeah, he might have been like, so I'm going to leave her a little close to the 13. Do we want to be shooting the 13 after? I don't hate bringing her in on the conversation there so that she can hear what their strategy is to understand what to do next. But the 14's good here. I like this. What this does is keeps control to 8, which is good that they left it there. Control of the 8. Yeah, wants that 7 ball to stick around. Violet's going to try to get something for Lenny on this 8. Or rather the other way around. Lenny's going to just leave her the bank. Well, here's what I think if he's going to leave her the bank. Should leave her in a way that she could put the cue ball in the end rail when she plays the bank. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That could hurt because it's going to be Usama to get Jindy in line here on the next ball. And definitely the 13 to get to the 14, and the 11 is nice and easy to get onto the 8. This really should be 7-4 this time. Wants to get nice and close to this ball. And on a good angle where Jindy can just roll it in, and this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Back up that table there. You're back up that table there. Yes, I saw that. New spot, brother. Flying through the redemption is good. They're into round 2. The redemption tournament is good. They got all day to finish that tomorrow too. Is nice. Players getting lots of table time on these beautiful Predator tables. Oh, he's overcut it by a long way, and he's not thrilled with himself. He's got the long rail to ride that in off of a little bit. That's a bit of a mistake, and it's most likely going to cost them this game. It should be for 6-5, although bit of a mid-distance shot. Certainly very missable for anyone. She's been pretty good with rolling these in, though. And she continues to be. A couple chances for good, bad, and ugly there to get it to 7-3 and to 7-4. And instead, it's 6-5. All of a sudden, it's anybody's match game. We're into game 12. It's the last game of the Scotch triples for now. And we got a nice close match here. Love to see it. Exactly what we expected, with only a few points difference in the Fargos. Oh, Sama just smashes the break. Don't think he's getting one unless the 4 trickles. It doesn't. Yeah, sometimes coming up dry is not the worst thing, especially in this triples. I haven't seen a run out in the trios yet. A break and run or a dry break and run. So I wouldn't hate letting them shoot first sometimes, although if they get the choice of the favorable suit, it can hurt you. I don't think that's really the case here. The 6 doesn't go by the 12, does it? Oh, he tries to wiggle in the 12, but it maybe didn't go either. Especially if you hit it like that. I think he just tried to touch it with the inside spin to change it a bit. Maybe didn't have all of it. Well, Jindy get a chance to redeem himself with the opening shot here. Stripes are okay. You'd love to shoot solids if you thought you could make the 6 and get a shot on the 5 or something, but I'm certain that's not a possibility unless he's going to chance a kiss on the 14 or something crazy. So maybe stripes and just try to work out short side shape on the 13 later on. Just one tough ball. And I like leaving that ball in the top left, the 12. Insurance. So how about shoot the 15 and get angle on the 11 for Usama to get on the 13. Stop shot here. This is good. I think this angle on the 11 is like premium to stun between the 13-8 to get on the 13. The only thing that might make it a little tricky is if it's a bit of a reach, which I don't think it is. I think Usama's got good reach. Yeah, I mean, I could shoot the ball in the side, then the 11, then the other ball on the side and try to get on the 13, but I don't know about this. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't make that ball first. That's a big mistake from Osama. But maybe the trap has been set for them to move the 4 out of the way. I don't think Violet's falling for that bait. She's going to shoot the 2 into this ball in the top left. That's extra smart. If it goes in, great. If it doesn't, she's solved that problem up there, and she still has the 13 contained. Oh, but she had to make it. Well, look at this. She's going to bury the 13 now. So now they need to break out the 13, I think. Jindy doesn't even glance at that ball that's in the top left. And I don't blame him. Be the ball on the side if he could get to it. I don't think he can get through to it. Oh, he could get through to the 11. He punched it to try to get the breakout, but he's kissed off the back of the ball and scratched. A touch unlucky. You just got to ship it over there and hope something good happens. You can't really control it that much. Anytime you're playing a breakout at break speed, you're definitely taking a chance. Lenny Donago trying to work out these solids. Looks pretty good from here. The 7 next. Work down table. I like it. Yeah, Violet can draw this ball a little bit. Straight back. No, but she misses the 7. You got to make the 7 first. Still with the 13 contained. I wonder if it'll go off the back rail off the 4 in the bottom left. I don't think so. Maybe something to think about. Okay, she plays the hanger. They're going to play the ball on the side. And then Jindy's going to need to get on that 13 from the 9. This is not going to be easy. Oh, no way. Osama missed that ball on the side twice now. Same shot. Same ball. Tight side pockets. They really are tight on the Predator table here. What's Bruce got? I don't know. You can see the 1 or the 4. Is it the 2-4 combo? Is it the 3-1 combo? Yeah, it might be the 2-4. Nothing wrong with that. Looks pretty good. You just forget about the 4 being there and pretend like you're pocketing the 2. It should be okay. You know, wouldn't have hurt to make both there, but it didn't hurt them that it stayed there either. It's going to give them some more insurance, but I think it's time to run out. and tie the match. Just eyeballing what's going on over there on the B side. The draw is on Digital Pool if you guys want to follow along. I got the bracket link in the stream description on the Facebook and the YouTube if you guys want to follow the bracket and see what's going on over there. They're going to play down to 6 teams tonight, and it looks like they've started a 7th-8th matchup. But there is one a little bit behind. Yeah, looks like we might get a B-side match tonight. Might. Can see how much I hesitated on that. Might. Okay, a mile away from this 8-ball and a super tough shot for Violet to try to tie the match here. He talked about maybe pausing one of the B-side matches coming up to hold it off for the stream, but you can't do that. Can't pause any B-side matches. Oh my goodness, what a fantastic shot that is. Her teammates should high-five her there. They give her a little fist bump, but I'd give her the high five. I might give her a high five as her opponent. That was a super shot. just having a chat with one of the owners here, James Rowles. Super nice guy. You can tell he really just loves pool, and he loves, growing the game here. And I look forward to seeing all the special things they can do for the pool scene here in Edmonton. Bigger and better next year, he says. And I absolutely believe it. I think, with all you guys sharing the stream and telling your friends about it, they'll get more teams and we'll get more sponsors and more added prize money. Bigger and better. Okay, we're back to the singles, and it's 3 really big games. Unlikely somebody wins all 3 to win the match 9-6, but somebody's going to win 2-1 and be on the hill. As we see, Usama playing a good safety there from the ball in hand. Not sure he wanted to put the 1 ball there, but it has came in the way of the kick shot on the 13. He's going to kick 1 rail towards the 9-10 and call the 9. But Bruce is in big trouble this game against Usama. What a great hit that is, and just about pinballed it in there. Good shot from Bruce, and he's kept Usama off pocketing anything here. He could consider like the 6-2 or the 7-2 combination, but I don't like it. Shane, I'm not sure why he took ball in hand. I didn't see the sequence. Let me back it up here. Let me back it up here on the YouTube. See what happened. Oh. So Bruce touched a ball kind of with his arm or his cue, which wasn't a foul. It's cue ball only fouls. But the cue ball came back and hit that ball. And so it's kind of considered an impeding ball at that point. You can't move a ball back where it was, when it got moved twice and move the cue ball where it might have been and all these things. So it could only be a foul. It's the only thing that makes sense. What a good eye from both players to notice it. And sporting that there's been no arguments, which is a nice contrast from the first match we had today, which was full of controversy. Looks like B-side's motoring along pretty good. It's on the 7-foot and it's only raced to 8, so it is going quite a bit quicker than these A-side matches are taking about 3 hours, and the B-side's taking about 2. Try to bank this ball. How close was that? I think it was exactly as close as he could get without touching the 5. What an effort. What a super effort that was. Wow. And he's got that ball in a slightly better spot, but not much better. Nothing much to do here for Usama. The ball's all in the open. Maybe just the 3. Might shoot the 2 now, open the pocket for the 1. Might shoot the 4 now while he's on it. Then he doesn't have to go back for it later, but I don't hate it as the out ball to get on the 8. It's nice and close to the 8. They've got a match that's hill on the B side there. I'm just looking at the bracket. It's 7-7. And everybody's sitting around watching pretty intently over there. Oh, you love to see that. That's exciting stuff. 8-ball ninjas versus triple threat. Trying to take a peek where they're at. Who's shooting over there and whatnot. Meanwhile, Osama back cuts the 5 in. What a great shot that was. I'm not sure how he landed there, but that's pretty good from there. Nice recovery. Now I think he's just got a stop shot here to have some angle on the 3 to get to the 1 next. Oh, no. There was obviously a shot previous to that where he lost the cue ball quite a bit too, because he had a routine out. There's no need to land there. Safety of some sort. Middle table's actually pretty good. Maybe just try to get the cue ball back towards the 3. Kind of like that. That way you leave him super far away from this ball down here, the 12. Yeah, good spot to leave it. Bruce is going to play a return safe. Just touch into this ball. Try to knock it in the way of the 3, which he didn't quite do, but he's knocked it in the way enough to keep him off the shot, I think. Can't see Usama shooting from here at a bank or something crazy. He likes to play a much more conservative game. Might play a similar shot, kind of just rolling into this ball, leaving him somewhere in the middle. In between those balls where he could only bank 1 or play safe again. Yeah, kind of like this. How about knock the 3 in the way of that ball up table and jack him up over the 1? And leave him a left-handed shot. Man, this was smart. Very good shot. Yeah, and he doesn't have an easy safe this time to just touch into that ball. He's got to find something good here. And I don't really see it. He could consider putting the cue ball like as close to the top left corner as possible and just leave him a real tough shot on the 3 or a testy bank on the 1. But you might even put that stripe in the way of the 1. Kind of like that. And with all the pressure out there at 6-6, and especially lots of pressure on good, bad, and ugly being ahead 6-3, letting 2 games, well, 3 games slip, but 2 games they definitely should have won. So they're going to be under more pressure. So I don't hate testing him here. But Bruce can't decide which way to go. This one does require some thought for sure. Does he try to cut it in? I don't think so. That'd be the last thing I would think he would try, but sometimes if the safety is as hard as the shot, you're taught to shoot. Go out firing. Looks like he is winding up for the cut shot. No, he kissed it on the way back. And about the worst case scenario was he put the 3 near the pocket. Oh, and nothing got a rail. Good eye from Usama. Good eye. The bank all day, says Neil. Yeah, but there was no shape. Even if the bank snuck by the 8 in the bottom left, he had to like draw the cue ball and do something crazy with the cue ball there, which made the bank like almost a write-off. And that's why the laughing emoji. Hey, Neil? Well, big game from Osama here. He needed this one. His team needs him to win this game for sure. And then they'd love to steal one of the next 2 games. They don't necessarily need to win them both. Steal one of the next 2, and they're on the hill. So this game was big. And he spikes in the 8 to take a 7-6 lead. All right, Jindy smashes that one, and the balls are all over the place, but nothing's in. We're going to see Violet come to the table here. So that means the last game of the singles coming up next will be Lenny versus Trisha, which is a bit of a mismatch, so I think Jindy needs to win this game. Otherwise, they might be down 2-1 going into the Scotch triples. Yeah, Osama very patient in the safety battles and very smart, very wise players. Fargo doesn't get that high without playing high percentage pool all the time. But yeah, he's in good physical shape too, which helps for pool, you know? Lean. So he's got stamina to play these games all day and night. Well, let's see what Violet's looking at. I don't think the 5 or the 7 goes. So it's maybe the 15 and nudge the 10. And if she doesn't like that, she's looking at the 13 drawback for better position on the 15. maybe she just doesn't want to nudge the 10. Try to land short side on it. So here's what I like. The 13, the 15, the 9, the 11, the 14 leads to short side on the 10, and then the 12, and maybe the 8 last. Just one idea. Of course, there's many. And oftentimes I shoot the first ball and then completely change the plan. Got all of that one, and now she's definitely going to be moving the 10, but this is probably a good angle to just softly go into about half of it. Excuse me, about half of it. The top half. Get the cue ball free and get the 10 in the open. Looks pretty natural, I think. Man, if she could run out here, it'd be so huge. Oh, well, she's rubbed the 7 on the way in. I would have never guessed that. And she's knocked it in the way of the 10 a little bit here. She could shoot the 14 in the side, elevate the back end of the cue a bit, and try to punch into the 10. Or she can just shoot the 10 right now, and I think I like the 10 right now. The only problem is the cue ball's going into the 5 a bit. And it might block the 14. And there's no guarantee where the cue ball's ending up after it hits a lot of the 5 here. She might hope it pockets the 5. Well, she's overcut it, so it's missed kissing the 5 on the way through. Kiss it on the way back. Kept it in the open. Jindy with a big chance here to try to get his team on the hill, and they'll get 3 cracks at winning this match. And it's a big match. The loser is going to move into the 5th, 6th spot on the B side. That pays out $520. The winner of this is going to be in the A side final, guaranteed $2,000. So it's a pretty big match. Minimum of $500 each just on this match. Yeah, I don't think this miss is going to cost Jindy the game because that ball came back on top of the 14. And he's only left her something real tough on the 9 here, which is limiting a lot of options. He'd love to see her make just like 3 more balls in the open and not get something on the 14, and that way he's got 100 two-way shots. Well, she was smart there to just make sure she didn't scratch and put the cue ball on the back rail. What a great shot. It's actually really great. I'm not sure she wanted to make the 9 yet, unless she could find a way to run out, so better to not make it. So I wonder if we've seen the conclusion of that Hill game over there. And hear any big time clapping or anything, but let's take a look. I think it's still going. There's one bracket behind on the B side, and they're Hill. Meanwhile, there's 2 teams that are a full round ahead of them, already finished the next match, and playing each other in the 7th, 8th spot to go home after. Meanwhile, that team that's Hill Hill has 2 more matches tonight. A lot of pool to be played. Okay, Violet's got to bank this ball. I think the 10 will pass the 3. Let's see if she can get some position on it. She did get position on it, but she missed the bank. It's kind of hard to do both. I mean, a bank shot's hard enough. Difficult enough to try to make just the bank, let alone control the cue ball position too. Especially with a draw shot, moving it that far. I think they're just grinding that Hill game. I can't see the whole table, but I can see the 8 tied up with the 10 and the 2. So there's a stripe and a solid tied up with the 8. That makes for a long game at Hill Hill. As we see, Jindy makes that ball, but he's out of position here. A super long shot on the 6, and it's a big test of nerves here. Oh, it's a big shot late in the match. He's wiggled it in there. Can he find a way out? They need him here. I think the 2 will pass the 9, but I don't think the 8 will. So correct side of the 2 on the last shot will be very key. This is not routine. I think he should shoot the 7 here and play for position on the 5 or the 1. It's always handy to be able to land in between 2 balls. Give yourself a choice. What's up, Guy Nicklin? And everybody else out there in the chat, do me a favor, click that share button, click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow, all that fun stuff. That's all I ever ask here with these free streams at Q Sports Live. He is going to shoot the 7. I like the choice. Back and forth with the cue ball. Out to middle. No, he's just going to trickle it in. You don't want to put the cue ball on the other rail here. That's going to limit the options getting from the 1 to the 5 big time, which is also going to really limit the ability to get from the 5 to the 2. This could be big trouble. Not sure he can avoid kissing the 5 on the way through unless he wants to raise the back end of the cue here and punch this in. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I think he can only do that. He's got to elevate the back end of the cue and get underneath this cue ball a little bit. Try to avoid the 5 on the way by. He's going to bank the 1. He's going to bank the 5. Oh, this is a big shot. And he hasn't got it. But he did leave it over the pocket, which is going to put a lot of pressure on Violet. And she needs to find a way to get up there for the 10 later on. She's going to shoot the 12 first. The other small factor here is it's hard to get straight in on the 9 to stay on the 11. So this will take some working out. Roll this one. Try to get angle. On the 14 next. No, she's coming down for the 9. This is good. I think she landed perfectly on this 9 to stay on the 11. I like her chances here. I think she's going to get this to 7-7. Guy Nicklin Jindy's team is good, bad, and ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly is actually their team name, but I didn't want to try to fit it all on the scoreboard. You wouldn't be able to read it with all those thes in there. Okay, she wants to be close to straight in on the 14 next. I probably wouldn't mind going to the other side of it. Play it in the other side pocket. But I think it's okay either way. Just don't want to land on the wrong side of this ball. It's the only thing she can't do is come above the 14. So maybe draw it with the 2 rails towards the 14. Just pick a good target on the left long rail. I don't know what that means, Neil. Inside joke? I'm gonna guess. Or I missed something. Which is very possible. I am getting a little tired. For those who don't know, I did start at 8 a.m. today. Not here, but on a different live stream with the Pro Billiard Series. And I will be live again tomorrow morning with that for one match before I make my way back here for the conclusion of this tournament. Then 2 more days of comms back home on Tuesday, Wednesday with the PBS before I'm off for some camping, which I'm very much looking forward to. Okay, this is a good shot. She's willing it to stop because with it near the rail like this and a bit of angle, it's hard to stay on the right side of the 8. She can't get underneath the cue ball as much as she wants to. Yeah, and you can see her taking her time. It's hard to get the right spin here with the cue ball on the rail. And I mean the right spin, literally. She needs a lot of right spin. She's got to catch this ball kind of thick. If she's going to draw it, she's got to watch decelerating here. Oh, that's such a hard shot. From where she landed, that's super difficult. That hill game on the B side still going on over there, too. They're fighting hard for it. But they're like 2 full rounds behind, so that's going to hurt. The winner's going to have a long night. Well, can Jindy take advantage here? Can shoot the 1 or a 5 in the top right. But either one, he's got to be sure the next one will get him where he needs on the 2. Oh, Jindy's usual team name. Yeah, see, you got to help me out here, Neil, when you make these comments. Is it an acronym for something? It's got to be. I thought it might be an acronym for some names, but it's not. Unless it's nicknames that I don't know about. Oh, what a great shot this is. To spin that off 2 rails like that, he got it just high enough. 2 balls left to get his team on the hill. Oh, he's played a nice match here. And this 8 ball put them one game away from the A-side final. He'd love to not have the cue ball on the rail here, but I think he's still a big favorite. And he gets it down, and they're on the hill. Good shot there, and good finish from Jindy. It's Lenny Donago to break rack number 15 here. They need all the games remaining. Jindy says, I suck. Yeah, don't make me answer that question. No, I'm just kidding. I told him, no, you're not so bad. He's getting the wins. That's all I ever remember at the end. No, I'm just kidding. I remember every single small mistake. It's the only way to get better. You have to be hard on yourself. Oh, Lenny's got a tough table here, and he's potting balls in the open. Oh, it's probably a good time to miss, to be honest. Trisha's going to come to the table here with some trouble as well. And a tall task to try to beat Lenny here. She's a bit of an underdog, but it's a free chance, and she's got to know it. She's not expected to win this game, but it would sure be nice. A triple threat sneaks through that one. After a super long match. They had a long one on the B side there, and they're way behind. They're 2 rounds behind, so they definitely should not hold that match off. They played for 3 hours and 45 minutes. That is a long match. So I'm going to advise that they actually don't do another B-side match on the stream, because if they go 4 hours, it's just too long. And it's already 8 o'clock. Let's see. Well, yeah, we can stretch to midnight. It's doubtful there's another 4-hour match, so. But let's see how long we got left in this one first. Let's not jump to conclusions. We'd love to do another match. Absolutely. We want to do as many matches as we can, but within reason. We'll definitely have the A-side final on the stream tomorrow. Don't want to miss that. This isn't the worst thing that Trisha could do. Bait him into moving these balls for her, and he did. But he might have got away with it. The 4's blocked the 11. The 5's blocked the 14. She can really only see the 12, and it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, she could see the back half of the 15, and that's handy because look where she put it, right back in the cluster. And it's a problem for Lenny. Blocking some of his balls. It should be noted, Lenny's under some pressure here. Trisha not under too much. She's not expected to win this game. Lenny is absolutely expected to win this game. And I'm sure his teammates would be very disappointed if he didn't. Thanks, Keithy Hauser, and you're welcome for the stream. And I bet it is very beautiful in Victoria, BC this time of year. Yeah, so if I was the tournament director, I'd be trying to fire up that B-side match like yesterday. Looks like he's going to put them on the same table. And they started 2 minutes ago, and that's good. You got to get them going, for sure. You got to get them going. So that might play into if we get another match. Let's, like I said, not jump to conclusions. But I think if they're going to start on another table, the only match we could have tonight would be the winner of that one plays another match. And we couldn't start that at, you know, anything really past 10. I mean, if you can't win a tournament with this song playing, then you never can. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background, but good tournament winning song, this one. Okay, Trisha still tapping them around. She's got a few of her balls down now. Lenny with control of this table. He's not going to break out those balls yet. Not till he's ready to run out. So he knocks the 4 down table here. You know, she could take a chance now. She really could. She could try to pot this ball at the top of the cluster. Go into the 8, break the 12. If she lands on the 12, she's going to have a real chance to win this game. It's close. Oh, but she's not on the 12. A touch unlucky there. It could have worked out. It could have worked out better. She put that ball right in the middle of the pocket. But it's trouble. She's opened it up now. And if she doesn't find a way out from here, it's likely that Lenny will. She's going to try to cut this ball in, but it's more about blocking the 7. Or the 5. And putting the cue ball way up table. She's played really smart this match. She's found a lot of really smart shots. That was one. I know the 12 didn't block the 7 as well, but it could have. It could have blocked the 7 and the 5, and the cue ball way up table. It's really good. I don't think the 4 passes the 7, so there's still some work for old Lenny here. He's got to play the 1, then the 7 to clear the path for the 4 later on. And he's got to get short side on the 5, but these connect okay. The 2 will connect to the 4. First things first, got to make that ball. And I think she's got this in the side pocket. Lenny might want a ref just in case. Can't hurt. You know, I don't think they need one. I don't think the 8 moves. Oh, she's going to bank it. Does it not go in the right side? Maybe she just can't get any position on the 14 playing it that way. I really can't tell from here. But I think it goes. in the right side. Yeah, she says you should get somebody to watch it because I'm going to shoot it in the right side. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, today, for the stream, this will be the last one because they're starting over there. So, no, they're starting a match over there on 21. So the winner of that plays someone, but they just played a 3 hour and 45-minute match. Yeah, they need a ref here. Yeah, if you want to watch a shot. No, I don't ref. No, I don't ref. I do this. Yeah. No, I don't ref. All right, gonna get Angela over here to ref the shot. I like it. She knows the game well. And that's all you really are looking for with a ref, is somebody who knows the game well. Big shot. Big shot. She needs to pot this and find a shot on the 14. Oh, she just did try to bank it, so they didn't need the ref. Hmm. Oh, what's Lenny done here? I mean, I think he got away with murder there, putting the 5 in the way of the 8. If not, she might have had some pretty easy stuff here. Oh, instead she needs to find a way from the 12 to the short side of the 8, and she's got a little funny on the 12 here. It's a thin one in the side, but the cue ball does come around 3 rails towards the correct side of the 8 that she needs. As long as she doesn't catch it real thick with lots of right spin or something, but I think just some top and hit it thin should be okay. It's wicked thin. This is pretty good. Put him on the back rail. Lenny's not been firing them in from distance. And he turns it down, and the safety's leaked out. Keith Yowzer. I never won anything at the Riv. But yeah, the Barry Huey days at the Riv. My team didn't win at all. I was not that good of a player back then. The first couple times I went to the Riv, I was still just an amateur, just learning the game. I'd won some small tournaments, but I wasn't on a winning team yet. But I did have the pleasure of playing on Barry Huey's team near the end of his time with us, and what a pleasure it was. I'll cherish those moments as long as I live. And we did win. Well, the team won 4 titles in a row, minus a COVID year. But I was on the team for 3 of them. Very, very thankful for that. As we watch Lenny try to get this to 8-7. 2 balls left. It's a little thin. Is he going up and down or trying to hold it? Oh, he holds it nice. Too good, Lenny. He's going to keep them in this match. Or is he? What happened there? Why did he try to roll it when he could have just stop shot? Tell me he didn't play a 2-way cue ball there. I mean, he got a little lucky to cover the 12 with the 8. Even if he hadn't, she was going to have a really tough shot anyway, but maybe a free bank here. This would be a big shot if she could get it down. Oh, she had enough to cut it in. That was really tough, though. From that far away, that shot is 10 out of 10 tough. Especially if you add any pressure. And he is just tapping them all around here. Punish them, Trisha. Can she get this one in the side? It comes with position for the 8 in the corner, I think. Yeah, commentator curse. How many times could I possibly curse them, Neil? I don't have that much curse in me. Not this time. I can't believe it took a couple extra shots there. No fault of Trisha. She had a free chance to win that game, but man, Lenny looked like he did everything to give it away. Didn't look too steady there. Seen him play better pool than that. Keeping the crowd in it here at the Trios Cup. It's the first annual, and they plan on having many more of these. So keep an eye out for it next year. Be bigger and better. Oh, Lenny, he's funny. He said, I'm shooting so bad I can't even see my cue. And then he said, what's the score? I don't even know the score. I love that. Innocent old Lenny. Yeah, it is Ben. Again here, Len. I'm back. Jack. Oh, did he get a ball in the break here? I think he did. Not. He did. He did get a ball, and look at this spread. Scratched his head and walked away like he was disappointed, but we see his teammate getting to the table here. It's the Scotch triples again. 2 games of Scotch, well, potentially 2. Yeah, it's not Grant, Len. I think Grant packed it in as far as the commentary gigs go. Busy guy, that Grant Zemp. Yeah, what a time to run out. Stop shot the 9. Shoot the 13 next. The 10's over the hole to get to the next ball. It's moving time. That's right in the middle. Good shot. Those are never easy under pressure from distance. Trisha's going to shoot this 13 ball in the bottom left. I think a stop shot is great there too. Then Neil can shoot the 10, and then potentially it would be a good time for a timeout to really go over the plan. And I think the plan should be shoot the 10, shoot the 14 in the top left, shoot the 12 in the top right, the 11 in the bottom left, the 8 in the side. It looks pretty good from here. If they can get on this next ball, I like their chances. Maybe not as much angle on the 10 as Usama would have loved. Does he have to draw this ball? And he's dealing with queuing over the 1 a little bit. Watch the 3-2. Watch the 4. Well, he's made a mess of it, and the 11 doesn't go. It does not go. Surprised he couldn't see it going straight into the 4 there with the top and the inside spin. Maybe the pressure just got to him a little bit. There's a discussion about something between the teams. I'm just trying to eavesdrop on what's going on. I'm not sure. Not sure what the discussion was about, but Jindy's still up there thinking about this shot. Might not be a bad time for Usama to come and give some advice. Phone a friend time. dial a friend, see what he says. Yeah, I like that call. Andrew off the rail, off the 14. Put the cue ball up there on the top rail. That's what he found too. What a shot this is. Unbelievable shot from Jindy. Big time. That was a big time shot. When they needed him big time. Wow. A nice call, Andrew. Nice call. Oh, and look at this. It's a good angle. Can Usama find the window off two rails between the 8-6 to play the 8 and the side next? I think that's the play here. He could play simple and for position to the 8 in the bottom right, but I don't like that. It puts some pressure on. Yeah, Andrew, it's almost like that. You're a funny guy. Yeah, and if only commentating was just calling the shots, right? This is a thankless job to do solo, as Andrew knows very well, probably better than anyone. He's done lots of these solo streams. They're tricky when you got to talk to no one for 8 or 10 hours. Yeah, he did play for the 8 in the corner. Big shot for Jindy here to win the match. Neil's done pretty well to put him there. And this is it. To get to the A-side final, Jindy Baines, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's see how still he stays. Lots of pressure on this shot. He's got to be super nervous. He wiggles it in there, and they've just won this match by the hair on their chinny chin chin. Okay, guys, I think, let me just confirm, but I think this would be the last match. Let me just go check as I run through some sponsor posters, and I'll be right back. Usama, not Neil. Yeah, that's right. Use the extension and the rake. And you're welcome, guys. I think that's it for today. I'm pretty sure because the only match that we could do is after a match that's just started. And yeah, I don't like waiting for 4 more hours to try to, wait for that match and then do 4 more hours. So we're gonna call it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I can be here for live at 11 o'clock. Let's double check that. Actually, I think we've got 10:30 a.m. on the B side And we've got 1 o'clock for the A-side final, so I should definitely make it by 1 o'clock for that A-side final. You guys might want to set an alarm. Make sure you don't miss it. If you're in the area, come check it out in person. It's twice as cool to watch in person. You could still listen to me if you wanted to stand behind me, but it's a little creepy. But for tonight, that's it. I'll run through the rest of these sponsor posters. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in with us today. I appreciate you all. Make sure, if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe. You guys know the drill. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.